Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your hats because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most significant moves in the AFC this offseason. There are whispers, rumors swirling around that the Denver Broncos, a team in rebuild mode with a solid cap space of around $36 million, are eyeing a blockbuster trade involving one of their top defensive players, Patrick Surtain, heading over to the Steelers. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't just another rumor, it's gaining momentum, and it could reshape the entire landscape of the division and the conference as a whole. And if you think about what this means for the Steelers, it's almost like adding a new piece to an already formidable puzzle, a piece that could elevate the secondary to a level we haven't seen in years. So let's break this down, because it's not just about acquiring a talented corner, though Surtain is that and more. We're talking about a player who in 2025 showcased why he's considered one of the best shutdown corners in the league. 4 interceptions, returning 132 yards, and maintaining an impressive 85.6 PFF grade. His coverage stats are just as eye-popping, 87, 4 with only 0, 53 yards allowed per coverage snap. That's elite, folks. When you watch him play, it's like watching a sentinel, always alert, always reliable. Surtain's ability to defend passes, with 15 passes defended and just 48% allowed completion, makes him a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks, especially when paired with a guy like Patrick Ramsey, who's also been showing flashes of greatness with an 86.4 grade. That duo would instantly become one of the best cornerback tandems in the league. Now, why would the Broncos consider trading Surtain? Well, the Broncos, despite having a positive cap situation, roughly $36 million, are in a rebuilding phase. They're focusing heavily on developing a young quarterback and shoring up their trenches. Their secondary, which ranked 12th with an 81 PFF grade last season, has shown some promise but lacks the shutdown ability that Surtain can bring. The team's management is probably thinking that trading Surtain for a first-round pick in 2027 and reallocating some of that cap space could be the strategic move they need to accelerate their rebuild. After all, they've got other priorities, like drafting a franchise QB and boosting their offensive line, so losing a star like Surtain might be a calculated sacrifice for long-term gains. What's fascinating here is the potential impact on the Steelers. If this trade actually goes through and Pittsburgh manages to acquire Surtain, it would be a game-changer. Imagine a secondary featuring Surtain and Ramsey, 2 of the most reliable and talented corners in the league. This isn't just about boosting the secondary, it's about transforming it into a true lockdown unit, the kind of defense that can neutralize even the most explosive offenses in the league. Projected stats show that Surtain paired with Ramsey could slash the opponents, passing yards per game from a league average of around 6. 8 yards per pass attempt down to a more manageable 5.2, making it extremely difficult for any team to find rhythm against us. That's a massive upgrade, especially considering the Steelers' focus on a stout, disciplined defense. And let's not forget the ripple effect. Adding Surtain would likely push our chances in the AFC North and the AFC overall. His presence in the secondary could elevate our coverage efficiency by roughly 15%, making it a nightmare for quarterbacks trying to pick us apart. His ability to shut down top receivers, think Chase or even tight ends like Kels, would give our defense a new level of versatility and dominance. It's reminiscent of what Marlon Humphrey did for the Ravens last season, boosting their pass defense and turning their secondary into a no-fly zone. With Surtain, the Steelers could see a similar transformation, especially if we pair him with a healthy Joey Porter Jr., creating a formidable duo that's tough to beat. Now you might be wondering about the broader implications. This kind of move could significantly boost our Super Bowl odds. Right now, Pittsburgh's chances are around plus 1,500, but with Surtain's elite coverage grade, an 87.4, those odds could drop dramatically, maybe even to plus 750 or better. He'd serve as an X-factor, neutralizing top-tier TEs like Kels, who rely on their yards after the catch and separation. Certain's ability to blanket receivers effectively would make it almost impossible for offenses to exploit mismatches. It's a game changer, especially in the playoffs where every possession counts. And that's not just speculation. Historically, adding players like Humphrey has boosted Ravens' odds from plus 1,500 to plus 600 in the past, so the potential here is enormous. From a strategic standpoint, this move would solidify the Steelers' defense as a true fortress. Imagine a front seven that's already among the best in the league, combined with a secondary now anchored by Surtain and Ramsey. It's the kind of combination that can carry a team deep into the postseason. And with a cap space of roughly $39 million, the Steelers could also look to add depth at other positions, further strengthening the roster for a serious Super Bowl push. The potential is there to build a dynasty in the secondary, Surtain as a cornerstone, leading a unit that's tough for any offense to crack. As we look ahead to the upcoming season, one thing becomes clear. If this trade happens, it could be the catalyst for a Steelers resurgence. We'd be talking about a team that's not just good but elite, capable of shutting down the league's best offenses. It would be a statement to the rest of the AFC that Pittsburgh isn't here to just compete. We're here to dominate. The AFC North, already a tough division, would see Pittsburgh rising to new heights, making it even more challenging for rivals like Cleveland and Cincinnati to keep pace. And in the grander scheme, it positions the Steelers as serious contenders for Super Bowl glory, especially if the defense can hold opponents to under 20 points per game consistently. But let's remember, this is all still in the realm of speculation, at least for now. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and teams are constantly recalibrating their strategies. Still, the possibility of landing Surtain II is tantalizing. The Steelers have been building a strong foundation, and adding a player of his caliber would be the finishing touch. The question is, will the Broncos pull the trigger? Will Pittsburgh be able to strike that deal and unlock a new level of defensive excellence? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. The AFC North landscape could be about to change forever. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now, Steelers fans, this kind of move could really set the tone for the upcoming season. A top-tier corner like Surtain paired with Ramsey would give us one of the most feared secondaries in the league. Imagine the confidence that would give our pass rush, allowing our front to pin their ears back knowing the secondary can handle the top receivers. The division would be even more challenging for our AFC North rivals because Pittsburgh would be not just good but dominant on defense. And if we're able to keep our cap flexible and add depth elsewhere, the sky's the limit for what this team can accomplish. One thing is clear, this potential trade isn't just about adding a star. It's about sending a message. The Steelers are serious about contending, about returning to the top. Surtain's presence would be a statement, a reminder that Pittsburgh is ready to take that next step and finally bring home another Lombardi. It's what every fan dreams of, and if it happens, it could redefine our franchise for years to come. The AFC is already shaping up to be a fierce battleground, but with a secondary like this, the Steelers could be the team everyone fears when playoff time rolls around. So keep your eyes peeled, Steelers Nation. Big things are brewing. Whether it's through this rumored trade or other moves, the team is clearly aiming high. And as fans, we've got a front row seat to the action. We're on the verge of something special, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Remember, football is a game of strategy, determination, and sometimes a little bit of luck. Things are looking bright for the black and gold. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Stay loyal, stay loud, and as always, here, S to the black and gold, and to bringing another Super Bowl home.